see, change is inevitable. So it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Because we got to do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all.
Good afternoon, Wolfpack. How the fuck are we doing today? Good, I hope. As always, I hope you're having an amazing day. Have a day that... Oh, yeah? That won't let me tag them today. That's freaking weird. All right, I'm tagging everybody that wants to be tagged or that I do in the leaders of the pack because I want them to know they're... Oh, you ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna do it. Oh, give me a quick friggin' second. As always, technical fucking difficulties. All right, let me go back to this. One quick second, guys. How you all doing today? Like, tell me in the comments. Whoever's watching, I don't know who's watching right now, but tell me in the comments how you're doing. I'm woke up with some bad knee pain today. Every time I move the wrong way, it's brought me to screaming and hollering a few times. Don't know what the hell's going on with that, but it's price of getting old, right? Okay, all right, now. Okay, all right. I wasn't in the actual group page, so there we go. All right. So gonna get this out of the way. You can, if you are looking for Yana's Wolfpack, you can find us on podcast, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok by searching for Yana's Wolfpack. Yana is spelled Yanas. Wolfpack. Searchers find us on all of those things that I just said. Plus, if you got any questions, comments, suggestions, please feel free, and I'm kind of stretching and asking, for you to do this, but email me at yanaswolfpack@gmail.com. Again, that is Yanas, YANAS, wolfpack@gmail.com. Questions, comments, suggestions, telling me to go fuck myself, telling me you hate listening to my voice, whatever you got to say, I want to hear it. I want some feedback about how we've been doing things, things that you may want to see. Maybe you got a certain topic you want to hear me talk about. Whatever it is, please send me an email or a message or whatever or leave a comment, whatever the fuck it is that you wanna hear. All right. Hopefully, it's one thing I just forgot to do. Let me do a quick mic check real quick. All right. See, I'm back to sounding good. I do not know what the fuck yesterday's problem is. I do have a new mic coming in Saturday, tomorrow, hopefully. I may get on here and test it out tomorrow. I'm not for sure, but I'll probably play around with it and make sure it's good. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Just a little Bluetooth. I don't know why I didn't think about that before, but an actual Bluetooth that kind of like I used to have. I'm gonna try that as a mic. I don't really like a mic sitting in front of me. It bothers me because if I got to type on the computer or something, then it's sitting right there. Yeah. So, all right, got a couple things for you today. Some future announcements. I'm getting more requests, and I am requesting for more people to do interviews. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. More people, to do interviews with, not just as my initial idea was to do nonprofits and organizations to deal with mental health, but also basically regular people like you. That seemed to work really well the other day with the interview with Bethany. And if you missed it, go and re-listen to it, or rewatch it, whatever you prefer on doing. But that went really well. I'm still getting comments and I'm still getting, reviews about liking to hear her story and the things she's been through. And I'm reaching out to other people. So if you would like to be interviewed, if you can get over your anxiety and your depression and fear and all this other shit, if you would like to be interviewed, please get a hold of me again at Yana's Wolfpack at gmail.com. I'd greatly fucking appreciate that, because you don't know if your story could be the survivor's guide and to help somebody else out that may be going in the same situation or trying to get out of the same situation or dealing with the same demons that you are, and they just want to feel like somebody else out there understands. So please get a hold of me if you would like to be interviewed. I don't give a fuck where you are. Uh Across the world, cross the country, as long as you speak English, because I apologize. I don't speak any other language. But uh yeah, we could do this on, friggin' just like we did with Bethany on a phone. You're on a phone, I'm on a computer, I'm, doing this. You can tell your story, get your story out there. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right. We're gonna move on to segment that I like to call leaders of the pack. Leaders of the pack. Somebody out there get howl for me. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're at work. I don't care if you're fucking sitting there doing nothing. I don't care if you're driving. Howl for me. Oh, you can tell I'm in a little bit better mood the last couple days. I'm trying something different, trying to give you some little bit of entertainment instead of just on here fucking talking, making myself look like a fool. Who the fuck cares, right? Who the fuck cares? But how? Let the pack members know out there that you're out here listening. So other than that, other than that, we're gonna get into leaders of the pack. Let's hopefully everything works correctly like it does, because I have a couple videos I want you all to listen to and watch. I have to watch the time today because I have got to go and get animal feed and do some other things around the farm, and then go pick up kids and then run pick kids to work, and you know how it is, right? Got a busy day, busy schedule today. So let's get into this. All right. Gonna take that off of there so I can actually see what I'm reading. Today, credit goes to pack member Jamie. As always, I like giving him the first thing because he does perspective of the day, and it may change your thinking of how today is going. Perspective of the day for October 14th, 2022. Nothing in this world comes for free. When you think about people with outstanding careers, some of them didn't create the deepest relationships with their children. And some of the greatest parents didn't take career opportunities they had once offered. This is the circle of life. I should have been able to like add in the whole fucking what's it called, Lion King thing. Circle of life. Yeah, I'm not a singer. I'm not. So this is the circle of life. Everything good is there for a reason, and all of the struggles are there for us to learn from. It's a balance. Next time you hear someone's success story, try asking yourself what they had to sacrifice to be there. Remember, all of the bad things have an end, and the most positive shifts in life are coming your way if you've learned your lessons and are ready to receive your blessings. I'm going to read that last part again because I want to make sure you get that. Remember, all of the bad things have an end, and the most positive shifts in life are coming your way if, keyword, if you've learned your lessons and are ready to receive your blessings. A couple things about that. Couple things about that. I want to go back and reread. When you think when you think about people with outstanding careers, some of them didn't create the deepest relationships with their children. It's very, very true that I've heard, friggin' that's why you got a lot of entitled rich kids running around because their parents were too focused on careers and giving them the life that they didn't have when they were younger and doing all this other shit and not being there and spending time with them. The thing that I try to tell people the most when they're so worried about their careers is, hey, you do realize that when your kid grows up, they're not going to remember that you bought them the latest iPhone or the best video game console, or you were out there taking them on, a couple vacations a year. The thing that is going to they're going to remember the most and affect them the most is that you gave one simple little thing to them that we all swear we don't have enough of, and that is your time. That is your time. You know, it's one of those things that like you really have to take a hard look at yourself and understand that you don't have a lot of time on this earth. And if you're spending it doing everything else under the sun, but giving the time that you do have to the people who mean the most to you, then that will end up meaning the world to them. Again, those kids ain't going to remember what you spent on them, the brand new clothes, the brand new iPhone, the fucking Xbox and PlayStation and all that different shit, taking them on vacations. They're going to remember you spending the time with them. And some of them, as it goes on to say, some of them didn't create the deep, or I'm sorry, some of the greatest parents didn't take career opportunities they had once offered. You see, you see the difference there. Uh, whoever's sitting there watching, give me a shout out, give me a hello, howl for me. Oh, I'm in a rare mood today. I'm in a rare mood today. So I'm trying a little bit different. Like I said, I'm acting a little bit dumb and just trying to give that good vibe on a Friday. Let's start this weekend out great, right? Let's start this fucking weekend. Let me do a quick mic check again. All right, sounds good on my end. I'm pretty sure. Uh, hello, handsome. I really hope that is my. Oh, okay. That's not my girlfriend, but thank God I'm not going to get in trouble for that one because I figured that was my girlfriend and I was about to talk sweet nothings to you, baby. But it's not my girlfriend. It is my lovely lesbian Crystal Hope. How are you doing, hun? I miss your beautiful face. We need to get together sometime soon. We really do. And let's not just talk about it. We really need to get together. I miss you. I miss you. Hope you and your great woman is doing awesome. All right, we're gonna move on. Hope you howled for me. Howl for me there, Hope. Howl for me. So, Hope, do me a favor. Do me a real quick favor. Can you back out of the live and then go into the description of the live? And at the end of the description, you're going to see something that says, "I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name at," and then click that link. That way, I don't get you confused with somebody else that I almost got myself in trouble with. All right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the second one. Credit goes to pack member Alicia. If you stick around there, hope you didn't mind, but I'm going to be naming off one of the memes you posted today that I appreciate. Again, I don't know if you've been able to caught and know even what I'm doing, but with this segment, it's called Leaders of the Pack. The ones in the group, in the private Facebook support group that I, Rooster, the Alpha and Omega, built and brought all these people together, have been trying to implement more things that the group itself is doing. So the more people post and the memes and videos and quotes and all this different stuff, I'm trying to bring it out more. There you go. Now you can see my beautiful face. Let's see how that works. But I'm trying to bring it more attention and to show the people that are actually in the group and to show them how valuable and that their contributions are, and that they're appreciated for the time and energy and effort that they take into posting the group and making the group what it is, because this group would be nothing if I was the only one in here posting and talking and to myself and nobody was watching or listening. So I want to extend that to the pack members that are actually, in the group and posting different things and saying different things and helping other people out, because you never know when something you post or something you say or a video you share, that it may help somebody else out in the time that they are having, and you may actually save somebody else's life. So we're going to try and flip back and forth so I can read that easier. Anyways, going to go on. Credit goes to pack member Alicia. Sometimes self-care is exercising and eating right. Sometimes it's spending time with loved ones and taking a nap. And sometimes I love my naps. And sometimes it's watching an entire season on TV in one weekend while you lounge around in your pajamas, whatever soothes your soul. She also goes on to say, this is her words. That was the meme, but her words in the caption she put in said, "Good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Yay! The weekend is here. Be safe. Try to keep positive. Go after your goals and dreams. Enjoy life. Have fun. Work out. Meditate. Stay hydrated. Spend time with your friends, with your family, and significant other, and make time for yourself. Live and love life to the fullest, because life is too short. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Love you all. Woo! All right. That was her. That she said the woohoo. I was just trying to be enthusiastic. But hey, I told y'all, I'm in a fucking rare mood today. This I'm actually liking this though. Like, tell me what y'all think about, like, am I being goofy? Am I being, just dumb? Is it like, am I being fucking annoying right now? Being too upbeat? Friggin' I don't care. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. This is my shit. I own this shit. I run this motherfucker, okay? King Kong ain't got shit on me. I run this. This is my group, my podcast, my fucking YouTube, my TikTok, my everything. All right? So I'll do what the fuck I want. You if you don't like my fucking upbeat attitude today, then for one I ain't gonna say that. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna be Rooster. All right. For one, if you don't like how I am and the way I am today, then fuck you. I'm sorry that your life is sad, and I'm sorry that you don't, freaking find me hilarious like I am. But you also can go start your own shit. You can always go start your own shit and run it how the fuck you want, because this is mine and I do what I want in here. All right, so we're gonna move on. Move on. Credit goes to pack member Jamie. Uh it says, if you want to be happy, learn to be alone without being lonely. Learn that being alone does not mean being unhappy. The world is full of plenty of interesting and enjoyable things to do and people who can enrich your life. I like that one. I like that one. Uh, especially that if you want to be happy, learn to be alone without being lonely. Shit. And I didn't build on the last meme that we, friggin' was saying. I'm gonna rewind a little bit. All right. So back to pack member Alicia's meme that she did. Okay. Back to pack member Alicia's meme. Uh I wanted to build off of that a little bit and say, I know I get on to you guys. I don't whoever's watching now, please comment in there and tell me if you're watching and show me who you are, because I'd like to know how you were doing on this good Friday before the weekend. I'm in a rare mood. I'm in a rare mood that maybe it doesn't need to be so rare. Maybe I just need to, do me and be this upbeat all the time. All right. Um, so I wanted to build off this a little bit. Oh, they must have not liked me because they went away. All right, fine, fine. Be that way then. Be that way. All right, whatever. So I wanted to build off of what Alicia said a few minutes ago. Let me remind you real quick. Sometimes self-care is exercising and eating right. Yes, it is. That is a big, big, big part of self-care. Eating right and exercising and taking care of your body will also take care of your mind and maybe hopefully pull statistics say and scientists say and gurus and all kinds of fucking fancy ass people say that are smarter than me will say that eating right, not the fucking junk food that you usually eat, not the fast food that you usually eat, not all this fucking bullshit that they try to pass off as food nowadays, but real food and exercising. Exercising is a big thing. Exercising even when you don't want to, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when you're friggin' depressed, even when you're scared to go into the gym because there's so many other motherfuckers there and you just you think they're going to judge you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? You ain't no special little fucking flower. You're a flower among a field of flowers. Ain't nobody gives a fuck what you look like when you go to the gym. If you're if you are if you weigh a lot, I was trying to put that nicely. If you weigh a lot, guess what? Nobody gives a fuck that that your obese ass is at the fucking gym, okay? Nobody cares that your obese ass is at the gym and trying to lose weight. They're probably going to look at you and be like, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome that this person is doing that. You know, Going to the gym here the last month, and especially with the family, like, I've been trying to, show them. N- Nobody even fucking knows I'm in there. Everybody's in their own zone, trying to do their own shit, do their own work out their own fucking demons, and get to where the fuck they want to be. They are not paying two fucks of attention to what you're doing, what you look like, this and that. Now, I have had a few people, kind of like see me using a machine and be like, "Hey, bud, let me show you. Let me show you what you're supposed to be doing. Let me show you wrong." That happened the first couple times we went there. Fucking great. I'm glad that person was paying attention because I don't want to hurt myself any more than my body's already fucked up, right? But let's get to this important part. Why I wanted to rewind, because I know I get onto people so fucking much about, you gotta put in work and you gotta do this and you gotta do that, and if you really want it, you gotta, like Eric Thomas says, if you really want it, you gotta work so much that you gotta want it as bad as you want to fucking breathe. You can't. Les Brown says you can't just walk after your dreams. You have to run. You can't just crawl. You can't just freaking jump. You gotta run after your dreams, right? Well, you know sometimes it is okay to take a break. Sometimes, as long as it don't fucking turn into days and weeks and shit like that. Sometimes, yeah, you need that mental health recovery. You need to, be able to sit and relax and enjoy, a movie or a Netflix show with your family, with your loved ones, with your spouse, whoever, with your friends, whoever the fuck it is. You don't have to go balls to the wall every second of every day of your life. Like, you do need to sit down and just relax some damn time. Just relax. So, and I guarantee you for all the gurus and motivational speakers and inspirational speakers and, that say all the shit they do that shit too. Fucking Eric Thomas and his wife and family, they go on vacations and they, and his wife gets into his ass and then, tells him like, no, we're on vacation. Don't be fucking working. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. Relax, spend time with me, this. And he does it because he loves his woman. So, all right, we're going to fast forward again and go back to pack member Jamie's. If you want to be happy, learn to be alone without being lonely. Learn that being alone does not mean being unhappy. The world is full of plenty of interesting and enjoyable things to do and people who can enrich your life. So the world is full of plenty of interesting things and interesting and enjoyable things to do and people who can enrich your life. The more time you spend alone, I had to I had to take a big break from from everybody and everything and relationships and women, especially women, a few years ago that I had never been able to do before because I was so scared to death to be alone. You see how fucked up I am, and you hear myself, on here all the time. Would you want to be fucking, alone with me like that? No, I don't even want to be alone. And all the fucking things of, that I've been through, all the demons that I fight through, all this different shit, right? But the best thing I ever did in my life was not only decide, fucking I was going to change or I was going to die trying, but it was also taking about a year break from people. And, I didn't, seclude myself. I went and hung out with friends. I'm mostly talking about um relationships, relationship wise. Like that is probably when I swore off women for about a year and didn't get into relationships. I want to do a quick mic check again just to make. All right, we're good. So, all right, whoever's watching now, say hi in the comments. Say hello. Give me that old wolf pack howl. Fucking I appreciate that. Come on, let's do it together. You ready? Oh, I know, I know. Yep, I'm being dumb today. It's fucking Friday, guys. Relax. Relax. It's Friday, okay? Just chill. Flow with the mood. Go into Friday happy. Go into Friday knowing that fucking it's the weekend and you get to do some shit. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right. That's the best impression I could do. I it might have been horrible. I don't know. I can't hear myself. So, but being lonely and being alone for that year and swearing off women and not trying to look for a relationship and not bouncing in and out of different women's, beds for years like I've done, that year where I focused on me. Wasn't trying to, fucking focus on another woman, wasn't trying to make somebody else happy, wasn't in a relationship, wasn't doing this, wasn't doing that. And I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, I fucked a few women, there was like two, maybe three that year. But and that's like, low numbers for me in a year, freaking, but that year, but they knew what it was. Like it was no, it was hit and quit, and they wanted that too. And it was no like, relationship status, no nothing. Like, fucking uh but anyways, when I swore off fucking, that and being alone, it was one of the best things I ever did in my life. Best things. Because I learned a lot about myself and I learned to be okay being alone. I learned that it was, it was actually nice. Now to the point to where I don't like going around out, I don't like going, around a lot of people. I don't like being around mainly fake people is what I don't like. But the world is full of plenty and of interesting things. Try that again. The world is full of plenty. Oh, I didn't fuck that up. They fucked that up. The world is full of plenty of interesting and enjoyable things to do and people who can enrich your life. Yeah, see, that wasn't me. All right. I was getting stumbled on because that didn't sound right. But, but it is. It is. Freaking thing I probably, if I could rewind this year a little bit, thing that I would rewind and look back is that I wish I would have went hiking a little bit more with the family. Well, not a little bit more, a lot more because we barely went. I think we only went on like one or two hiking trips this year. And even though it's fall, even though it's cooling down, um, trying to do this and trying to do other things, kind of rewinding and talking about what we, had talked about before in this episode. You know, yeah, some of the kids don't like it, but hey, I like it and I like spending time with them. And once they finally get out and get off of their fucking electronics, then they end up loving it too. They love that's, one of the things the family loves to have, but you learn a lot while you're hiking. Learn a lot, freaking just enjoying nature and being out there. All right, we're gonna move on because I'm already at a half an hour. This goes to credit. Credit goes to pack member Zach. It says, someone once asked me, why do you always insist on taking the hard road? I replied, why do you assume I see two roads? Boom, mic drop. I don't know if I can do that, right? There we go. I'm not going to drop my fucking vape. Mic drop. Boom. Why do you assume I see two roads? Uh, this kind of goes with that saying, and it says, basically, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but basically, the hard road is is the path less traveled. And if it comes to you easy, then it can taken from you easily. Whatever it is in life, a job, money, relationship, friggin' all this different stuff. If it can be given to you easily, then it can be taken from you easily. But if you take the hard path and the hard road, then it'll be a lot harder to take something from you because you worked your fucking ass off on doing it. You fucking sat there and, blood, sweat, and tears went into this. Your time, your energy, your effort, the ups and downs, the roller coaster fucking event, all this different shit. You worked your ass off for something. And with that, it will be hell of a lot harder because you'll fight harder to fucking keep it. All right, we're gonna move on. Thank you, pack member Zach, pack member Jamie, and pack member Alicia so far for contributing and making this group what it is. Really appreciate you. So we're gonna go on. This one, his credit goes to pack member Stacy. Your healing process does not involve the abuser in any way. You do not need to get any acknowledgement from them, any apology from them, or any closure from them. They are not part of the process. That fucking that I hear so much from so many different people of how, oh, I just want an apology from my abuser. I just want an apology from, somebody that done me wrong, or I just want an apology from this person or that person. The sad fucking truth is you are never going to get the apology that you want and may deserve, but you're never going to get it. And if you do somehow force them or make them see, fucking a different way, it's probably going to be a half-assed apology, and they ain't going to fucking mean it. They're just going to say it just to shut you the fuck up. But if they were sorry to begin with, then they would have never done what the fuck they did to you, right? If they were sorry to begin with, then they would have never treated you badly or mentally and physically abused you or used you. Whatever it is that they did to you, they would have never done that if they were loved you and wanted to be with you and was a good person. So, going on with that, friggin' and a lot of other people, a lot of not other people, many people sit there and say too, well, I just need closure. I need to know why they left me, or I need to know why they did this, or I need to know why, friggin' I just need to know why. I I'll rest better, at night if I know why. I'll be able to get the closure. I just need closure. I just need to have a conversation with this person. They owe me that. Everything that they need to explain to me why they cheated on me and why they abused me and why they did this and why they left me and why they didn't want to be with me anymore, why they treated me a certain way. But that closure that you're looking for and the closure you want so fucking bad and the closure that you think is going to help you move on, one, you're probably not going to get it. Two, if you do get it, then it's going to be fucking forced. And three, if you do get it, it is not going to be at all what you wanted to hear. And it's going to hurt you even more. And I guarantee you, when you do have that conversation, if you do ever have that conversation to get closure from somebody, it's going to be basically they're trying to sit there and explain to you why they did what they did, and you're sitting there hollering and screaming or cutting them off the entire fucking time, even though you're getting what you said you fucking wanted. And they'll say something on the long, well, I cheated because you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And you're like, that's fucking bullshit. I did do this. I loved you and I wanted to be with you and I did all this different shit and this and that. And you won't shut up fucking long enough. Um, we'll rewind a little bit to last year. The relationship that I was in before the great and amazing relationship that I'm in now. Last year, the woman that I dated back then would never shut the fuck up. Y'all hear me on here in podcasting, right? Y'all hear me, freaking talking, and obviously I like to talk a lot. I like to talk a lot. And I need to learn, sometimes to keep my mouth shut and shut the fuck up. I'm trying. I am. That is something that, I try to work on. But with the woman I had been in a previous relationship with, it was always about her. Always. Every time, fucking we talk about something, it was, she talked. She controlled this, conversation. She, freaking said what was on her mind. And the very rare few times that I actually got a word in and, maybe was telling her something about my story and my life or this and that, she would sit there and she would listen to talk. She wasn't listening to listen. She was listening to talk, listening to respond. And how she would do that was if I would take a, like a breath or a pause or, trying to collect my thoughts and, think about what I was trying to say, she'd immediately go into freaking something about her. She'd immediately, start, changing it to around her. And I get that, most people, do try to talk. And, when you're telling them a story and they want to tell you a story about them so that, it looks like, or, so because you want to know how they can, or that you relate to them, you want to know, hold on, I don't know what the little mic or something in my ears, friggin', made a little sound. I don't know what that noise was. So anyways, anyways, basically, it was always about her. And it would, I understand when people sit there and want to relate with their stories and tell you a story about, about, something, that maybe, is relatable to what you just said. But that's not what she would basically do. And doing that and putting up with that all the fucking time, it was like I felt like my voice and the stuff I had to say and all this other shit, that it didn't fucking matter. And that was one of the things, like, we would get into, screaming matches when I would finally have enough. We would, I would get fucking pissed and I'd holler and I'd tell her, like, the only time you ever shut the fuck up long enough to hear what I have to say is when I'm pissed off like this. And I start hollering and screaming, and then I don't give you a chance to speak because now, I've shut up for so fucking long and it's always about you. I am now talking and now you're going to listen. Not saying that was right, not saying that was wrong. It was my relationship. That's how the fuck it went. Friggin' the girlfriend that I have now, we've only actually gotten into one hollering match in an entire year that we've been together, back and forth at each other. One. Just fucking one. The last relationship happened a hell of a lot more. The person I was before, I hollered and screamed a lot. It's a work in progress. I'm changing. I'm working on myself, right? But you also have to understand that, friggin' what I was going through and what we were going through and all that stuff at the time, it sucks when you don't have a, feel like you're not being heard. Sucks when, somebody that you care about, friggin' don't even want to sit there and listen to you. So with that being said, the reason I brought that up was, it's not the acknowledgement, the acknowledgement that, I should have received and the acknowledgement and everything to go with this, the closure, everything, an apology. for the shit she said about me and ran around and fucking telling a lot of other people lies and all kinds of bullshit about me. Never going to get. But I moved on with my life. Found somebody great. Have an amazing relationship. And with that, we're going to move on to the next one. It says, credit goes to pack member Jamie. Let me back up. Stacy, thank you for your contribution. I appreciate that today. Where is everybody today? Hold on. Give me a real quick second. Where is well, let's see. Hey. I just want to let you know for my regular watchers, y'all missing one hell of a live because I'm in a good fucking mood. I'm in a real good mood. So anyways, we're going to move on. There's a fine line between persistence and obstinance. I hope I said that word right. Persistence is refusing to give up on a difficult goal. Obstinance is refusing to consider a different path. Grit is not about hanging your head, or I'm sorry, grit is not about banging your head against a brick wall. It's about looking for a way around the wall. Did you understand that? Did you get that? Persistence is refusing to give up on a difficult goal. Obstinance, I said it right the first time. Obstinance is refusing to consider a different path. So instead of you fucking coming at a situation the same way like you always do and getting the same fucking results, of whether it be, you know, relationship wise, family wise, whatever it is in your life, and you're always, you know, fucking maybe you're coming at them the wrong way. Why don't you take a different approach? You know, maybe at your job, why don't you take a different approach? You know, it like it said, and I don't know how to better explain the difference between the two, is grit is not about banging your head against a brick wall. That's the persistence, right? If you're just keep banging your head against the fucking wall, hoping to get through and hoping to make a fucking hole, who do you think it's really going to damage? How long do you think it's going to take? But obstinance, or no, I'm sorry. That's reversed. Obstinance is that way. Yeah. But it's about looking for a way around the wall, a way around the wall. You know, we talked about that the other day. Sometimes if you just veer off to the left or veer off to the right on the path that you're on, you'll actually be going the way that you need to fucking go. Not sitting here and charging headlong like a fucking bull after that little red flag and just going straight. You ever watch that? You ever watch, you know, the bullfighting shit? Where, you know, you got the fucking what are those people called? Oh, I can't remember what the hell those people were called, the bullfighter guys. Where, you know, they had that flag and they sit there with the bull, and then they sit there and, you know, fucking wave the flag, and the bull charges only at the fucking that big flag, red flag. And then, you know, the guy sidesteps or moves the flag and this and that. If the bull would have been paying a fucking attention to the guy holding the flag and not the fucking flag, and would just sidestep to the left or the right, he'd have got that motherfucker guy that was holding the flag, the one that's aggravating him, stabbing him, and trying to fucking kill him and pissing him off. But no, he was so focused on the fucking flag every time he goes right after the flag. Sometimes the bull gets those motherfuckers, right? Sometimes the bull gets the revenge. So, but we're gonna go on. We So credit goes to pack member Rooster. Rooster, you have a beautiful beard. Rooster, you're an amazing man. You're an amazing father. You are an amazing boyfriend. You are an amazing friend. And everything that you do for this group is truly appreciated and valued. Hey, I gotta pump my own self up some damn times, all right? You know, what I just did there, telling myself, you could say, oh, well, you know, you're being cocky or you're getting a big fucking head. No, that's called self affirmations. That's called, you know, fucking pumping myself up and, you know, saying, hey, I'm doing a great job. Hey, I am doing this, because there was one time that I thought I was the shittiest father in the fucking world. There was one time I thought I was, you know, wasn't good enough for anybody, and you know, friggin' could have been in a relationship and treated, women like shit. There was one time that, I treated my own friends and family like complete fucking shit. There was one time that, fucking I didn't think I would amount or do anything and go anywhere in fucking life because of the chip and everything that I had on my shoulder. So sometimes I gotta fucking pump myself up and remind me, hey, you're doing a damn good job. Why don't you fucking try it sometimes? Why don't you do it sometimes? You should be doing a hell of a lot. And if you're listening to me, you should be doing it a lot more. So, but this credit goes to pack member Rooster. Fucking Rooster, give me a good old fucking wolf pack howl. Oh, I want to see, is that blowing eardrums? I'm doing mic check. No, good. Okay, I'm turning my head good enough to where if I could don't actually blow your eardrums. So, oh, what the fuck? Well, let's click out of that. All right. Hold on, because now I got to refine it. See. There I go, fucking with shit. There I go, fucking with shit. There it is. All righty then. Uh the meme that I'm trying to get around, it says, "I've made it out of places I never thought I could, and I'll be damned if I ever let myself go back." That that I'll be damned if I go back to being the person I fucking once was. I'll be damned if I let that hurt and the pain and everything fucking come back and all the work that I've done on myself and all the changes that I've made and the person that I've become. I'll be fucking damned if I ever go back to being that person again. I will not. I cannot. And I must not. Freaking I am a completely different person than how I used to be. And it all started with me. It all started with change. It all started fucking pointing at myself in the fucking mirror and saying, what you are doing is fucked up and you're fucked up and you need to figure this the fuck out. You need to take some blame and responsibility and have some accountability on your ass and figure out, because a wise man once told me, you know, you know, that all these women you date do not know each other. They've never met each other, friggin' unless if I introduced them, but they didn't know each other before they ever met you, right? So all these people that you've dated, that after you guys split up and after they leave you, and you sit here and play the blame game, and you sit here and say, "Oh, well, they did this and they did that." So, but have you ever noticed? That a lot of what they say about you, that the girl said that same thing about you before her, and the girl before her said the same thing about you, and the girl before her said the same thing about you, and this person told me was was you're the common denominator in all of them. And if so many people are saying the same thing about you over and over and over again, and they don't know each other, they don't get together in fucking groups, they don't get around and sit around and chit chat, they're saying the same shit, then maybe part of the problem is you. Maybe more than part of the problem is you. So maybe you need to fix some shit about you. All right. And I have. I have. I still got a lot of work to do, but I'll be fucking damned. I've made it out of places I never thought I could. I never thought I would be able to change into the person I was, or that I am. I never thought I would be able to get out of certain situations that I had put myself into. I had never thought, fucking that I would, in 5 long, hard, fucking painful years, that I could finally change and become what I am today. There's so many things, there's so many situations that I could sit here and tell you, like, yeah, I back then I thought, friggin' that one famous ex that I always talk about, I thought back then, 6 years ago when she first fucking left me, that my life was fucking done. It was ended. It would never be the same. It would never fucking, I would never find happiness again. I'd never find, another female like her. I would never, never, ever, ever be able to fucking be happy again. I never thought I'd find a fucking way out of it. And look at me 6 years later. 6 fucking years later. And a fantastic, amazing, wonderful relationship with all those things. With the best woman I've found in my life. So I'll be damned if I fuck up all the work that I've done in my life to go back to how I was. I ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Let's go on. This one was from Pack member Rooster again. You the man, Rooster. You the fucking man. All right. It says, I don't know. It was posted by somebody else that I shared, and that they said, I'm not going to say their name. You can see it on the computer, but I'm not going to say their name because they're not part of the group, and they, fucking, I don't know if their name want to be said out there, but it says, sis, ... I'm going to need you to give this Jim as many chances as you gave that man. Holy shit. I'm going to need you to give the Jim as many chances as you gave that man. You need to apply this in a lot more areas in your life than just the gym. You need to sit back and fucking think how many times you've given somebody chances in your life over and over and over again. And this goes for men too. How many times did you give that female that chance? How many times did you give that, man that chance? How many times you give that friend or that family member or spouse that fucking chance? Count them up. And then you need to fucking sit there and tell the work that you do, the goal that you're chasing, the dream that you want to catch, all these different things. You need to fucking sit there and give yourself those same amount of chances, and if not more. But you gave somebody and something else so many fucking chances that didn't deserve the chances that you gave them. But you did it 10, 15, 20 fucking times and kept going back and kept fucking putting yourself in the same situation. Why won't you give yourself that same, chance? Going to the gym to get healthier. You need to give yourself that many chances. Friggin' working on your dreams and your goals and making your life better and changing and working on your mental health issues. Yeah, you fuck up. Yeah, you slip up. Yeah, you ain't perfect. Yeah, friggin' revert back into some of your old ways. Yeah, keep doing this and keep doing that. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. Even I do it. But you need to give yourself as many chances on those things that you did somebody else. You need to give that particular thing. I'm going to need you to give that particular thing as many chances as you gave that man or woman or family member or friend or spouse. Okay, we're going to move on. I liked that one. I like that one. Good job, Rooster. That was a fucking good one. Credit goes to pack member Stacy for this one. Pay attention when people react with anger and hostility to your boundaries. You have found the edge where their respect for you ends. Let me read that one again. Pay attention when people react with anger and hostility to your boundaries. You have found the edge where their respect for you ends. If you start creating boundaries to a lot, in your life, you're going to start pissing off a lot of people. When you start telling people, no, I can't do this, or no, I can't do that, or no, I will no longer allow you to treat me a certain way, you're going to start pissing people off, the right people off, that were just in your life to benefit and use you, to benefit off of you and use you. And when you create those boundaries, and those people get fucking mad at you for creating your boundaries, then right there that their respect ends, or for you ends. or I'm sorry, you have found the edge where their respect for you ends. And you figure out that it wasn't about you. It wasn't because you were a great person. It wasn't because, you were a helpful friend. It wasn't because you were the yes man or yes woman all the fucking time. Come to find out, it was because they just simply had you in your life because they needed something off of you, or they wanted something that you had, or they just wanted to use you and benefit off of you. And when you stop allowing people just to be in your life that only benefits off of you, and I'm not talking about if it's a mutual benefit. If it's a mutual benefit, then okay. If you help a person move, from a house one time, and then and then a year later, fucking 5 years later, that person helps you move because you helped them move, then that's the right people to have around. But you'll find out real motherfucking quick how many true friends you really have when you start saying, "Hey, I'm moving this weekend. Is anybody available to come help me move out?" And all you hear is crickets. Chirp, 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 chirp. Ain't nobody fucking want to come help you move, but yet you showed up every time somebody helped move. That motherfucker that helped move fucking 5, 10 fucking damn times. It seemed like they were moving every other month. They didn't want to show up for you, right? Did not want to show up for you. That's how you can tell when it's not mutual, when the benefits is not mutual. And when you start creating that boundary and saying, no, I'll no longer help you move. I'll no longer help you do this. I'll no longer allow you to treat me in this way or with that tone or disrespect me. And then you're going to start pissing the right people off, because then that's going to show you who you should actually weed out of your life. All right, moving on. Pack member Stacy again says, you have mastered the art of bouncing back. Now it's time to master the art of not having to. Again, you've mastered the art of bouncing back. Now it's time to master the art of not having to. What else am I going to say about that? You fucked up so many times, and you've mastered, and then a couple months later, you're like, all right, I'm back and I'm doing better and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But you do it over and over and over and over again. You need to understand what this is trying to tell you is stop putting yourself in situations that you're going to need to bounce back from. Start removing yourself from situations and not being a part of situations or with people that are going to hurt you and use you. And then you have mastered the art of not having to. When you master the art of not having to bounce back, then your life is going great. But stop putting yourself, take some accountability, hold some responsibility, point the fucking finger at you and say, you're in this situation because of you, not because somebody else put you fucking there. It's because you allowed yourself to associate with that type of person that would fucking put you in that type of situation. And then say, I will no longer do this. I'm creating a boundary now. I will no longer allow you to have that kind of power over me. I will no longer just, lead wherever you follow or do whatever you say. And then when those people hurt you and those people fuck you up, you don't have to do that. Hold on real quick. Sorry about that. Had to take care of a babysitting situation with some kids. Anyways, we're gonna move on now. How many more we got? How many more we got? Shit, again? I gotta stop picking so many slides, but there's so many good ones. So many good ones that you guys post. Pack member credit goes to pack member Stacy. Still watching the time. Pack member or credit goes to pack member Stacy. I wish this was posted yesterday. So, oh man, this would have been a beautiful fucking meme to go along with yesterday, what I talked about. It says, someone somewhere is depending on you to do the thing you were called to do. Fuck, that would have been beautiful. You're gonna have to go back and rewatch the last part of yesterday's live or podcast and re-listen to it to get what that's saying. I don't have time enough to go into that one again today, but I'm gonna try to maybe I'll make a TikTok out of exactly what I was saying and use that meme in there too. But again, someone somewhere is depending on you to do the thing you were called to do. And they're waiting on you. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to tell your story or to get over your shit, get your shit together, to send out your message. They're waiting and depending on you so they can get their shit together and help fix their life. All right. That was a good one, Stacy. I like that one. I really appreciated that one. I wish we would have found that one yesterday. Okay. This says, be the person who breaks the cycle, from pack member Stacy. Be the person who breaks the cycle. If you were judged, choose understanding. If you were rejected, choose acceptance. If you were shamed, choose compassion. Be the person who you needed when you were hurting, not the person who hurt you. Vow to be better than what broke you, to heal instead of becoming bitter, so you can act from your heart and not your pain. By Lori Deschene. Yeah, I butchered that last name. So I hope friggin' a lot of people just reflected on that shit, right? Because I used to be some of that shit. You know, instead of judging people, why don't you try to help understand people? Instead of, if you were rejected, then why don't you try to, choose some acceptance for things, that you've been through. Uh, this one probably needs a whole live by itself, because I know a lot of people that the pain and things that they went through, including myself, turned them into a motherfucking monster. And it turned them into the very thing that hurt them the most. And they turned into that. Then they would turn around and hurt other people the same way that they would hurt. And I know you want other people to feel the hurt and the pain and suffering that you went through, but maybe that other person did not fucking deserve for you to treat them like that, because you sure in the fuck didn't deserve to be treated like that from this other person. And you're taking your anger and your pain and your suffering out on the wrong person. Should have been taken out on the person that did whatever they did to you, treated you however they treated you, instead of somebody new, to where you're living in your past and you're hurting them and you're just repeating the cycle. Be the person who breaks the cycle with family and addiction, with friends and drama, with spouses and abuse. What is it? What cycle do you need to break that may be a generational curse for you? What cycle are you in with your friends and family and spouse and kids? What kind of cycle are you actually in that needs to be broke? That if you broke it, then then a lot of your problems might fucking actually go away and fix themselves. You know, freaking that's goes back again to talking about creating boundaries, working on yourself, self-healing. Be the person who breaks the cycle. All right, moving on. Credit again goes to PAC member Stacy, and we got a video that I found that I want to go through this, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. You have no choice but to listen to it if you're listening to the podcast. But here it goes. This is what PAC member Stacy posted. It says, "We don't meet anyone in this life by accident. Some come to support us, some to challenge us, some come to show us what love isn't. Some show us who we never want to be. Some will be secretly jealous and never support us. Always let that be fuel to go even further, my friend. And remember, so many are just passing through." I'm going to let Medea, good old Medea, speak on this one, because people are like seasons. Seasons come and go and change. Let's let Medea talk about this.
Pay attention to the voices. They'll lead you in the right direction.
I hear you, Medea. What am I supposed to do now?
Get up and go on with your life. It's all right to sit around, be depressed for a minute, cry about it, do whatever you have to, but don't stay there too long. Get up and go on with your life. So you know what this is what I learned in all these years on this earth. If somebody want to walk out of your life, let them go. Especially if you know you done everything you can do, you done sat around and been the best man or the best woman you could be, and they still want to go, let them go. Whatever they're running after, they'll see what they had in a minute, but by then it's going to be too late. Because you'll sit there and you'll go, because half these people you be sitting around crying about it, worry about 2-3 years from now, you ain't going to even remember their last name. How many times you done seen folks somewhere, you be like, what the hell was I thinking? I done been there, I be like, what was wrong with me? What was I going through? I must have been lonely as hell to hook up with you. Let folks go, son. Some people come in your life for a lifetime, some come for a season. You got to know which is which. And you're going to always mess up when you mix them seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. You can't, they got people that done got married with people they was only supposed to be with for a season. They done got married to people they only supposed to be with for a season and wonder why they having so much hell in their life. That was a person that was supposed to come and teach you one thing. You didn't know it, so you just fell in love. And now you wonder why you ain't got no peace, nowhere you go. No. Listen, I put everybody that come in my life in the category of a tree. Some people are like leaves on a tree. The wind blow, they over here. They unstable. The blow the other way, they over here. Ain't nothing. Season change, they wither and die. They gone. That's all right. That's some people. Most people in the world are like that. They just there to take from the tree. They ain't there to do nothing but take and give shade every now and then. That's all they can do. But don't get mad at people like that. That's who they are. They ain't gonna never be nothing. That's what they put on this earth to be, but be what they are, a leaf. Some people are like a branch on that tree. You gotta be careful with them branches too, because they'll fool you. They'll get there and make you think they're a good friend and they're real strong, but the minute you step out there on them, they'll break and leave you high and dry. But if you find you 2 or 3 people in your life that's like the roots at the bottom of that tree, you are blessed, because that's them the kind of people that ain't going nowhere. They ain't worried about being seen. Don't nobody have to know that they know you. They ain't got to know what they doing for you. But if them roots wasn't there, that tree couldn't live. You understand? And they ain't got a tree can have 100 million branches, but only a few roots down at the bottom to make sure it get everything it needs. I'm telling you, son, when you get you some roots, hold on to them. But the rest of it, let it go. Just let it go. Let folks go.
Amadeus, it's not always that easy.
Ain't nobody said it was going to be easy, but it'll get easy when you learn how to love yourself. When you get to a point in your life where you look at people and you go, okay, wait a minute, you or me, you will make a decision. Because when you telling folks to do something, and I never throw nobody away. I've never in my life just thrown nobody away. Just say, look, don't bother me no more. Don't talk to me. I've never done it. What I do is I tell you, say, look, this thing you doing right here, that's going to cause a problem. You need to fix that, because if we're going to be friends, we're going to be cool, you got to fix that. And if you don't, we're going to have an issue. If you see somebody fix it or they even trying to fix it, that's somebody that care. Keep them people around. That's a leaf that's trying to grow up and be something else. You understand? But if you tell somebody that what you're doing is hurting me and I need you to stop it, and they keep doing it, they don't care. Move on. Let them go. No matter how much it hurt, let them go. And it'll get easier. I promise you, every day it'll get easier and easier and easier. But you just got to make it through. You hear me, Sonny? And see, you got to learn how to be by yourself, son. People have to learn how to be alone. I don't understand all these people. Oh, I need somebody. Lord, where's my man? Lord, where's my woman? That is crazy as hell. If you don't know how to be by yourself, what you going to do with somebody else? Stop praying about it. Shut up and wait. Go work on you. Hell, that's what that time is for, to get yourself together. I'd rather be in a corner by myself with a puppy and a goldfish and be happy than to be sitting around with somebody in my house. I'm wondering what the hell they there for. You would be surprised the things people put up with just to have somebody to say they love them. I don't understand. I can't live in dysfunction. I'm sorry. I done come through too much, been through too much hell and high water to come there and let you come up in my adult life and when I'm supposed to be at peace and give me all kind of hell. Only two places on this earth you're going to have peace: the grave and your house. Now, if you can't walk up in your house and you ain't got no peace, something wrong. I'm sorry. People be rebuking Satan. I be rebuking Satan and beating the hell out of everything that's up in there till they get out. I'm sorry. You got to go. This is mine. You hear me, Sonny?
I do.
Good old Medea. Good old Medea. That is great. Hold on. Let me do a quick mic check. Make sure I didn't hit. Okay. All right. That video spoke for itself to go along with that meme. So we're going to move on. There's a lot in that video that could be captured, but treat people like seasons. Let them come and go unless you find those few people that actually act like roots. Let them go. All right, we're going to move on. This one is from pack member Stacy. It says, just breathe. You are strong enough to handle your challenges, wise enough to find a solution to your problems, and capable enough to whatever needs done. Just breathe. That's all you got to do. I've been doing this a lot here lately. Like, if I find myself in certain situations, if you go back and rewatch the live or listen to yesterday's podcast, friggin', there was a few times like I had to just breathe. I was getting aggravated, and I've been trying to do that a lot. Just taking a breath, something as simple as taking a deep breath and just letting it out, maybe a few times, to break your mind of that concentration or whatever it's concentrating on. Just breathe. Give yourself a few seconds to relax, to break yourself out of the situation that you may be in. Just breathe. So I'm going to go on. This is the last one. Pack member Stacy. Credit goes to pack member Stacy. A positive mind finds opportunity in everything, while the negative mind finds faults in everything. A positive mind finds opportunity in everything, while the negative mind finds faults in everything. That is it. So many people that I talk with and try to help and support and whatever else we do, that is one of the key things that I wish they would learn the most is a positive mind finds opportunity in everything, while the negative mind finds fault in everything. It is one of those things that you got to do to understand. If you're walking around negative all the fucking time and you're walking around that, it just, you can't find no positive, and you're just talking about what happened to you, and your boss sucks and your life sucks and the car broke down and the house you live in, and the relationship and the person you're with, and it just fucking sucks. You're find faults in everything. Those negative Nancy ass people that there's just, every time you talk to them something's wrong, or every time you're talking to them they're bitching about the same thing for months and years at a time. You go fucking a year from talking to them, and then a year later they're still talking about the same shit. But if you can just turn that negative into a positive, if you can retrain your mind and be grateful for the things that you do have in your life, and if you really sat down and thought about it, the simple shit that you have in your life, you could be very, very positive for. So start being grateful for what you do have in your life instead of bitching about the shit that you don't have in your life. I could sit here and fucking tell you so many different things. I could probably rattle off like 50 different things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for that I woke up today. I'm grateful for that I'm in this great fucking mood, and I think I'm doing badass at this fucking podcast today. I'm grateful that I'm fucking, that it's Friday. And I'm grateful that that I have a new relationship that's been going on for almost a year, but that I, have found the woman that I'm in love with now. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for having a car. I'm grateful for having food in my house and heat. I'm grateful for just having a life, because it was 6 years ago that I almost took that life. It was 6 years ago that, remember that? 6 years ago that I had held a pistol to my head and tried to take my own life. So, do you know how many things have happened, and how much has happened in 6 years to make me turn around and be like, "Holy fucking shit, I would have been missed out on this. I would have been missed out on that. I would have missed out on finding an amazing woman, watching my kids grow, building this community, helping so many people the way I do, the relationships with friends that I have made through this community." You've got to be grateful, more grateful than you are negative. Yeah, shit's gonna fucking happen. I'm sorry, that's life. That's fucking life. Bad shit's always gonna happen. But if you try to sit there and only focus on the problem and only focus on the negative, then you're never going to get anything good out of fucking life, because you can't see the good shit that's going on in your life. So instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solution. Be grateful for what you do have in your life. Start speaking out loud what you want in your life. You want a better car because your car keeps breaking down all the fucking time? Then start speaking it out loud. Now, I want a better car. I will have a better car. By this time next year, I will have a better car that's running, that's good, that's friggin', that I can actually open the back hatch to, that fucking I ain't got to use screwdrivers to hold a fucking window up. My own personal shit. But at least that car still gets me around. At least that car still runs. At least that car fucking gets me to point A to point B, lets me run around all these kids and do what the hell they need to fucking do. You got to be grateful, you guys. All right, so I have another video that I want to talk about, and it leads into today's topic of you are what you have been looking for. I'm going to let this guy talk. His name is Adam Roa, or Adam Roa, Adam Roa. And it basically was beautiful that I heard this morning. So let's get into this. Let's get into this, and I'll let you hear what he has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Adam Roa, everybody. Give him a round of applause. So good to see you, man. Yeah. So good to see you. I learned something that was really impactful for me, which is that your capacity to love others is limited only by your capacity to love yourself. And that's what inspired this piece of poetry, which I call, "You Are Who You've Been Looking For." You are who you've been looking for. So stop looking for more unless you're looking in a mirror, because it's about time for you to see clearly that you are who you've been looking for. And that empty feeling you got, that hole in your chest, you only got that feeling because you think you're not blessed with everything you need. You see, we live in a consumerist society, which means they need you to buy stuff. And the easiest way to sell it is to tell you you're not enough. Buy this car, you'll get girls. Buy this bra, you'll get guys. And we're seeing it so much that we start believing these lies, but the truth is, the makeup they're selling to make you feel prettier is the same makeup you buy to stop feeling shittier about this lie they keep telling you that you are not enough. And what about the movies we watch, all the shows on TV? The more I watch, the more I see I need you to complete me. And yes, love is the answer, love is the key, but if you can't love yourself, how could you ever love me? And loving yourself, what does that even mean? Like massages and selfies and that sort of thing? Because the more I think about it, the more it feels weird. I've always been taught that self-love was something to be feared. I've been taught that arrogance is bad and vanity, it's not good. And even my bracelets are telling me to act how Jesus would. So what should I do? How should I act? I'm supposed to love myself, but how do I even do that? Well, I got a trick that I picked up from a friend who noticed that I was quick to defend her when she would say something negative about herself. She would say, "I'm so dumb," and I'd say, "You're so brilliant." She'd say, "I'm so weak," and I'd say, "You're so resilient." And when she said, "I feel ugly," and I said, "You look beautiful," she asked me why I was so dutifully filling up her cup constantly and yet treating my own cup so irresponsibly. Because when I looked in the mirror, my voice was quite clear. You're ugly, you're too thin, your hairline's receding, you got a pimple on your chin. And that was when she gave me a piece of advice that changed my life. She gave me a hug. And she said, "Treat yourself like someone you loved." Treat yourself like someone you loved. Now, I had been standing, but I needed to be sitting because I couldn't believe that I had been letting myself keep forgetting that I was who I'd been looking for. And deep in my core, I knew it was time to stop looking for more until I could look through all my fear and look into a mirror and see clearly that the man looking back at me was the only one who can make me happy, and I am already enough. And I am not any more special or unique than you. That is why I'm here to speak to you. You are already enough. And when you start to see that, you will start to be that. Your world will get brighter, your load will get lighter, and you can see that with life, you can be a lover, not a fighter. And that life, you deserve it. Because you are worth it. And there is no point in letting yourself keep forgetting, because no matter what you say or do, you are perfect. And so today, I hope I leave you with a direction correction away from the flaws you see in your reflection. They aren't flaws to me, they are simply protection against all the doubts you have of your perfection. So start today. Take a good, long look in the mirror and say, "I am who I've been looking for."
Did y'all fucking hear that. That was beautiful. That was inspiring. I found that this morning and I was like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Let me do a quick mic check real quick. Oh, well, no. We're going to keep going until I see that it goes off the video that is playing on my phone. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. Okay. All right. We're good. Man, there was so many things in there he said, but did you catch the one thing? Let me go back. Let me go back. I'm not going to be able to actually go back and find it quick enough on here. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Receding, you got a pimple on your chin. And she said, treat yourself like someone you loved. Treat yourself like someone you loved. Now, I had been standing.
Did you hear that? Treat yourself like someone you love. Treat yourself like someone you love. It's such a hard thing to fucking do, ain't it? It's so hard for you to understand that the love that you give everybody else and the love that you sit there and give other people and the things that you do for other people and the way you are for other people, that you should be doing those exact same things for you. Because when you love you and you treat you the way you treat other people, and you do for you the same things that you do for other people, and the way you are there for you, the way you are there for other people, then that is self-love. That is self-healing. That is being able to move on and grow through and turning your tragedy into triumph. But be who you are with other people, with you. You give so many other people fucking chances, and you forgive and you forget, and you do this and you do that, but yet you can't even forgive yourself for the past mistakes that you've been through. Love yourself like you love somebody else. I'm gonna keep repeating that. I'm gonna fucking keep repeating it until it gets bumped into your fucking head and you understand that you are enough. You are worth it. You are loved. You matter. You are everything you are looking for from somebody else. It's all within you. It's all already in you to what you want from somebody else. You just have to give it to yourself instead of giving it to somebody else that doesn't appreciate what you're giving them. Instead of giving them the gift of love, why don't you give yourself the gift of love? Why don't you give yourself self-respect? Why don't you, sorry, I got a phone call right there, my bad. Why don't you give yourself the love that you're looking for? The love that you want so bad from somebody else. Why don't you love you like you want somebody else to love you? And then you will find true happiness. And then you will find the life that you want. And then you will find the things that you want out of life. Love you the way you love others. Treat yourself the way you treat others. Because You give them so much, and you do so much for other people. You treat them so well. You love them so much. You would drop anything right now to go help a family member or friend or spouse or kid or whatever it is. But when are you going to do that same thing for you? When are you going to create boundaries and demand the respect and love you? I'm going to leave that as it is today. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. I hope that you get to relax, and I hope that you work towards your goals, catch your dreams, and I hope you're out there working as hard on yourself as you do for that job, to pay those bills, to take care of your family, to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. I hope you work on yourself this weekend. I hope you take the time and the energy and the effort and everything else that you give other people, and you give it to you, because you matter. You are worth it. You deserve love. You deserve to be happy. So give the same love that you give to other people to you. Love yourself the way you love other people. With that, I hope you all have a fantastic fucking weekend. Always remember two things before the two things. Make the rest of your life the best of your life. And then remember two things. You are stronger than what the fuck you think. And you're not alone. Peace.